Hi guys, how have you all been doing? Welcome back to my channel. So you know how I always ask you guys to send in your video suggestions and video requests on self-improvement or the good stuff. So a friend of mine reached out to me and asked me how I maintain a healthy and positive attitude throughout the day and how I love myself as well. And then another friend told me that she was feeling so depressed and it felt as if she doesn't know what she's doing with her life, or she doesn't have a destination at all. And I'm like, okay, that sounded so familiar to me because I've been there before, and I'm on a journey on self-discovery, self-awareness and self-care. I'm very excited to talk about this today. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to improve and maintain self-love even when it's not easy, okay? If this is something you want to hear, just sit back and enjoy. My name is Goody and you're welcome to my channel. If this is your first time of seeing my face, hello, you're welcome to my channel. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to the channel. Now, there are 5 love languages according to Gary Chapman, and there is also a book, The 5 Love Languages. Gary Chapman is the author. You can go read the book if you would like to know more. There is acts of service, there is quality time, there is gift giving, there is physical touch, and then there is words of affirmation. Okay, so my sister and I were having a conversation, and then she said a lady looked at herself in the mirror and then she was like, see, I look so hopeless. And it didn't sound very nice, so my sister just told her, so why don't you look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you look beautiful? And she said, I look beautiful. And then she smiled. Okay, so she now told her, okay, so now that you smiled, how do you feel? She said, well, that she still feels hopeless. So there are so many times that we feel hopeless inside, but outside, like, we don't need to project those words to ourselves outside, because words are very powerful. We're going to break them down in a way that we can practice it for ourselves before sharing. And I just want you to know there are so many self-care or self-help books out there, and so many self-care or self-help videos out there. So if you really want to know more, you can just go online and search more. So what works for me now is that I practice positive affirmations every morning. I look at myself in the mirror, I tell myself good stuff. Or if I just want to be extra, I bring out my phone and then I tell myself those good stuff also. And then I look at myself later during the day if I feel some kind of way. And then I just, watch the videos that I've already made. So I wrote down some positive affirmations that I would like to share with you, if that's okay with you. I wrote them down, so I'm going to be looking back up to, let's explain what I already wrote down. So the first thing I wrote here was, I appreciate my natural beauty. I remember while growing up, they used to tell me that I had big eyes and then I had slim legs. So I'm like, I really don't see my eyes as a big eye. I see it as a perfect, cute eye. I'm being serious. I look at myself and I'm like, my eyes are so cute. My eyes are so good. I didn't have any problem with it. And then for my slim legs, I'm like, this is the perfect long legs you would ever see. I'll be very serious right now. So if you have insecurities about your body or the way you look, and you want to cover up your face with so many things that are not very good for you, you could just tell yourself, I appreciate my natural beauty. And with that being said, you keep telling yourself these things every single day or every single time that you feel insecure. Promise you're not going to feel insecure about yourself. Okay, the second thing I wrote down here is, I focus on positive progress no matter how big or small. So you just tell yourself, I focus on positive progress no matter how big or small. So if you have a problem with finishing up your tasks, if you have a problem with not starting at all, if you have problems with procrastination, you can just tell yourself, I focus on positive progress no matter how big or small. So the next thing I wrote down here is, I am creating a reality filled with joy and laughter. Now, I'm just saying all these things depending on your mood, okay? Depending on what you feel or how you feel. So if you feel like you're not doing enough, or you don't have you're not just doing enough, a lot of people are doing a lot of things around you and you're not doing enough, just tell yourself, I am creating a reality filled with joy and laughter. And then you begin to think, or you begin to visualize how you want your life to be, and then you begin to work towards those goals that you've already set for yourself. Okay, now another thing I wrote down here is, I welcome my imperfections and I'm grateful to them for making me unique. I welcome my imperfections and I am grateful to them for making me unique. Okay, all these things, I attract healthy and loving and respectful relationships. I attract healthy and loving and respectful relationships. So if you have relationships that are not really working well for you, or you feel like you're in a crowd that does not appreciate you, or you feel like you're showing too much love and you're not receiving the love, don't worry, just speak these words. I attract healthy, loving and respectful relationships. Now there are so many apps, okay, that you can download to help you with your mood, or there are so many apps out there to help you download. You can just download them and go with the flow with the app, and you can just see that you just pick out the ones that really work out well for you. Write them down, write them and put them very close to your mirror, or you keep them on your phone, or your notes in your phone, however you want to do it. Just make sure that you're speaking positive words to yourself, and just make sure that you're loving yourself the way you want to love yourself. Okay, now we're going to go to the next thing. Now, with the words of affirmation being said, what do you do next? You practice self-compassion. What does self-compassion mean? It just means just being kind to yourself. So many times we are hard on ourselves. So many times we join other people that are already saying things to us, and then we criticize ourselves. We are hard on ourselves. We're like, oh, I wish I had done this, I wish I had done that. You're hurting yourself. That's just the truth. I used to do that a lot. Like, I used to be people please. I please a lot of people, and I just want to be on their good books. But at the end of the day, I'm not feeling very well with myself. I'm not feeling confident with myself. So whatever they tell me is what I take. But no, stepping up means that we're not going to be hard on ourselves. We're going to have self-compassion on ourselves. Okay. Now, some of the benefits of self-compassion would be an overall satisfaction in life and an increase in our overall well-being. Now, you begin to see life as something that should be lived to the fullest. Now, you want to just enjoy every single moment of your life. You want to enjoy every single moment of your day. Let's say every single day you have an amount of money to spend. Let's say 100,000 naira to spend. Let's just use that as an instance. 100,000 naira to spend every single day. You want to finish that money because you know that the next day another 100,000 naira is going to come into your account. So you want to enjoy. You need to enjoy life to the fullest, and you need to experience all the beautiful things that life comes with. Now another thing that we need to do to be able to improve and maintain our self-love, even though it's not easy, would be healthy self-talk. Okay, how do you talk to yourself? What do you say to yourself? As someone that talks to herself a lot, I talk to myself a lot of times, I began to give myself healthy self-talk. What do you tell yourself? Do you tell yourself you're beautiful? Do you tell yourself that you are learning every single day? Do you tell yourself that you're getting better every single day? Do you tell yourself that you're capable of loving? Do you tell yourself that you're capable of giving out love? Do you tell yourself that your laughter is so beautiful to the ears? Do you tell yourself that you have a beautiful smile? Do you tell yourself that you have a beautiful... What do you tell yourself? Not just in appearance, or not just in every other thing, in life in general. What do you tell yourself? How do you perceive life? What do you tell yourself? What are the healthy self-talks that you give yourself? Now, I just want you to begin to ponder and just begin to ask yourself if you're really doing enough. One of the busy places that we always stay is in our mind. Like, we are always in our mind, we're constantly in our mind. Just give yourself a healthy self-talk. Now, another thing would be journal your strengths. For someone that doesn't like writing too much, I haven't come to understand that journaling is a very good thing to do. Please, if you journal your thoughts, or if you journal your day or your actions, please comment down below how well it has been going for you. And if you don't journal also, you can also comment down below and let's know ourselves. Okay, now once you're journaling all these things down, you begin to have create an atmosphere for gratitude. Now you begin to write down the things that you're grateful for. You begin to write down the things that have been working well for you, and the things that have not been working well for you as well. You begin to journal your strengths, you begin to journal your progress, you begin to journal down most of the things that are just going well for you in life in general, and then you begin to see that there is so much more that you need to be grateful for, and there is so much more to receive from life. Okay, now another thing that we're going to dive into will be acts of service. Here in acts of service, when was the last time you got yourself a treat? When was the last time you got yourself a gift? If you ask yourself this question, you know that you're really slacking. See, you need to have a skill to be able to help yourself to put these things in order. That's just truth. Or if you have someone that is giving you pocket money, that's also fine. You also learn how to set up a healthy and calm environment for yourself. It goes a long way. It helps a lot. Now, I know that some of us are at home with our parents, and you know how it can be being at home. You have so many errands to run, you have so many things to do. Whenever you tell yourself that, okay, this time is what I want, this is a me time, this is my time, See, you can do it. If you tell yourself, if you set up a time for yourself and tell yourself, okay, I want to be able to do this thing by this particular time, I want to have my time, I want to be able to have a well-deserved rest by this particular time. If you finish your work on time and go and rest, nobody's going to disturb you. So please set up a calm and healthy environment for yourself, okay, so that it doesn't affect you mentally. Now we're going to go to the next thing, which is also quality time. In quality time works in pari pursuit with acts of service. To just get yourself a special treat, buy yourself a special treat, whatever it is, a favorite popsicle, favorite ice cream, favorite whatever, just get it for yourself. Just treat yourself well, because if you can't treat yourself well, you can't treat another person well, because you don't know what it means, you don't know how it feels like. So you have to treat yourself well before you can be able to help someone else treat the person well. Now also invest in self-care. Whatever self-care means to you, if it means getting your favorite body cream, if it means getting your favorite body wash, if it means getting your favorite fragrance, if it means getting whatever, you're wearing your favorite nightwear or getting another one, whatever self-care means to you, you need to invest in it. It is not something that you need to think twice, because if you can't help yourself, I'm going to say it again, you cannot help another person. Now another thing to do in this quality time should be learn a new skill. It can never get old. Once you have a skill that you already have, once you have a skill and then you decide to go learn another one that works like bread and butter, helping yourself out, and learning never ends. We are always students of life. We're all students of life. So invest and self-care, and also invest in learning a new skill. It never gets old. Bear this in mind. You don't need to break the bank, to do all these things. Take yourself on a treat and invest in a new skill and invest in self-care and do all these beautiful things. You don't need to break the bank to do how to make yourself happy within your means. Okay, that's why you need to learn a skill to help you out with all these things. You need to learn how to make yourself happy within your means. Now we're going to go to the fourth thing, which is quality time. Create a time for yourself. Let's say you're a busy person, let's say you have a 9 to 5 and you need to go to work from Monday to Saturday and every other day. Create a time for yourself. Okay, let's say Sunday, you need to wash your clothes, you need to do all these things. Once you tell yourself that I'm going to have 5 to 7 for me, this is going to be me time. You call yourself Goody time. This is going to be my time. It's going to be your time every Sundays from 5 to 7 or from whatever time it is. However busy you may be, create a time for yourself. Create a time to be able to reflect. Time for meditation. Now I have come to understand that meditation is very, very good. Once you wake up or whatever time it may be, you just taking a cool you just breathe in and then breathe out, and then you begin to think, you begin to meditate, you begin to have good thoughts coming into your head, you begin to have self-reflection. Let's say your daddy and mommy and the children are always over your body and all that, whatever time, if they are sleeping or when they get to school or whatever time that you need to create for yourself, I don't know how it's going to work for you. If you think you're going to do something like that, just comment down below. Also create a time for yourself. Create time for self-reflection, create time for gratitude, create time to think good and fresh ideas, create time for quality time, create time for yourself. Okay, now the next thing we're going to move into would be physical touch. This is very, very, very important because it gives you time to understand your body. You need to understand also that I need to be able to stretch my body. Now, when you wake up in the morning, you just stretch your body, or whatever time you want, however you want to sweat a little. It makes you feel good actually. Stretch your body, go for a walk, stretch a little, take a long and warm bath or shower as it may be. Time also for skin care, whether you may or you can afford. Just take time to pamper yourself, take time to pamper your body. And when you're doing all these things and you just take time, and when you're done with all these things and then you go out, you begin to see that you have a good spirit. If you do this for a day, have quality time for yourself, have adequate rest, have time for yourself while having your bath. I'm not saying you should spend the rest of the day in the bathroom or whatever. Just have time for yourself. Create time for yourself. This is self-love. This is a way to improve and also maintain yourself, even though it may not be easy. This is how you can just, these are the few things that you can just do, to be able to understand and appreciate your body that it has been serving you all this while. Okay, now we're able to touch from our mind to our body, and every part. We're able to touch from our mind to every part of our body. So if you're able to do all these things and more, understand and appreciate yourself more and appreciate life in general. If you have anything you want to tell me, you can also chat me up on my Instagram and my Facebook. The link will be down below in the description. Let's just be friends on socials. And thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. Please do not forget to subscribe if you haven't by this time. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, comment and share. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you all in my next video. Bye.